Day? Wednesday. It's the winner's day. It's the day for the winner. Even the beginners. It's the day for the winner. Day for the winner. Day for the winner. Even the beginner. Day for the winner. Day for the winner. Even the beginner. Go ahead, go ahead. I highly recommend purification crystal massages, especially in your real tense pressure points and areas in the body. Mine's be in my stomach and in my shoulders. My stomach and my shoulders and my neck. But let's see. What a little as per usual, it's Wednesday. Alright, it's Wednesday, which means we back with another Wednesday reading. We're gonna do that. We're gonna get started, but first we're gonna bring up likes to at least one. We're gonna bring the likes up to at least 1K, and then we're gonna start the reading. But as we're waiting for that, y'all, like one of my community members, she was on her live today, and from the moment I woke up, like, of course, another day, another dollar. Sticking to the intentional, right, living with purpose, living intent. Every action is a step closer to your higher self every day, or your ideal version of you every day. So with that being said, I build my whole routine and squeezing in some cute little family time with me and the girls. Made her milk tea with her lunch and or breakfast. Supper, I guess. I popped up on her live because, y'all, like I say, from the moment I get up and do like my mindset routine, right? Get my mind right and pump myself up for everything that I have to do today. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just jump straight into it. And today was one of those days. I just jumped straight into it because editing, video editing, all of those things. Hey, all of those things I do in editing, video editing, all of those things. Hey, all of those things I do, and because I do most of what I was supposed to do yesterday, I fitted that into my early Grand Rising routine. So that being said, one of my community members, right, she was pretty much talking about how she's not feeling the best, and that's perfectly okay. And it hurt my heart because those of us who are in our beginner phase of being creators, or it touched my heart because of the fact that experience in which we're going to feel all emotions, right? And we should show up however we are in any form we are in. Hey, love. So that being said, even if you're normally like bubbly and high vibrational, or considered to be high vibrational, which is, let's be honest, you're normally like bubbly and high vibrational, or considered to be high vibrational, which is, let's be honest, emotions. But in all honesty, my opinion of what is being hyper vibrational is being authentic. You respecting yourself and every energy that you show up in at a given moment in the day. Right? So that being said, I shared with her, like, girl, I love you. And that was my first time voice to, and my dude from the UK and a little accent, okay, I was loving that. I thought it was super cute. That being said, right, I had to just tell her, like, look, boo, like, you're gonna have these days. It's okay to have these days, and even if your community support you and wants you to, like, put a smile on your face, not to downplay your pain in your moment, like, still fuck that shit. Like, no shade to the community, but y'all gonna take it how fucking come. Cause it's like yesterday, for me anyway, because I was telling her, like, I was where you are today, yesterday, right? And any given moment when we're showing up for ourselves on these platforms, no matter the emotional state that we're in, that's first of all a win for us. So never take that lightly. Second of all, take it how you leave it. Take it how it comes. You know what I'm saying? Because there is power in every single emotion that you have. There is power, yes, even in your rage, even in your discomfort. Because a simple fact, so many times I have gotten inspiration on a post because I was mad as shit. No, we do not allow our emotions to rule us, but we do allow ourselves to feel our emotions. And I want, especially women, because women and men, I'm gonna stop doing that, but the majority of people who constantly show up for others, constantly give to others, have to put on the cape of love and light to bring joy to another person's reality. Allow yourself to feel all that you are. Okay? Because you're going to have those moments where I'm showing up for everybody else. Who's going to show up for me? Who's going to pick me up when I'm feeling low? And a lot of this is actually at the age that I am currently in. Okay? I've learned that sometimes you got to be for yourself. And if you are constantly being there for other people, but you don't prioritize, I've learned that sometimes you got to be there for yourself. And if you are constantly being there for other people, but you don't prioritize those moments for yourself, you're going to feel those low emotions more than often, more than you really need to. So yes, allow yourself to be in those emotions and find inspiration in them, right? And you should find inspiration in them. Keep it moving, keep it grooving. And next thing you know, the emotion energy will have passed. You benefited from it because you just created something awesome that you can look back on. It's like, yeah, I was mad as shit that day, and I created something that made me feel good. In return, you know what I'm saying? So that'd be the main win. That being said, yeah, I probably clip that and share it because at the end of the day, I want her to hear that. I really want her to hear that message, and I really want anyone who to hear that message to hear that message, because again, I come on this platform just like yesterday. I don't give a fuck what I got going on. A lot of times, it's gonna rub people the wrong way. I respect those who stay despite the chaotic energy that I might have going on in my background, which will happen often, right? But you know, love me in all that I show up in. Love me for me in all that I do, because I am all of those things. I am all of my emotions, from my happy-go-lucky self to my not-so-happy-go-lucky self, to my irritated self, to my extremely pissed off self. Okay? All of those emotions, all of those energies. Hey, love. Got a witch in the room. What's up? You doing a reading today? It's Wednesdays. I do readings every Wednesday. But before that, I'm getting my likes up to at least one. A reading today. It's Wednesdays. I do readings every Wednesday. But before that, I'm getting my likes up to at least one. Eventually, the spiritual community will have the very necessary shift that balance is key, and balance of love and light and respect in the dark side of yourself, or so-called low vibrational emotions of yourself, is learning to love all of you. Pretty much. No, pretty much. I just saying whatever. I ain't trying to say too much. I'm just saying it. But I am saying, and I said what I said. So, that being said, y'all, I think it was like probably 2 weeks ago. Because I was saying this earlier, a week ago, my community increased by 200. And as of today, this second week, just saying, I went up to 4. I increased another 200. So shout out to and on my hard work, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I've been sliding over here. And yeah, I'm so proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself, and like everything that I am able to accomplish today. I've definitely struggled in the past, and this is in the past, with setting a goal and then beating myself up day in, day out for not reaching the level in which I feel like I should be in order to get to that goal or to complete said goal. And now I'm just like, you know what? This is my life. It's a journey. It's not a race. Okay? And so as long as I can show up to that task, whatever purpose it is I'm meant to achieve today, I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do that and accept how much I do it, whether it's 10%, whether it's 100%. I'm going to pat myself on the back and go, shout out to you, shout out to me. You deserve that. Especially when you're in these moments where you're in hermit mode, right? And you're doing this grind by yourself, right? You the only one shooting in the gym right now, okay? No support at all, so you don't have those cheerleaders on the sidelines, okay? It's just you. You done got off the bench and you was like, look, I ain't got no team. I ain't got no roster, okay? It's just me, and I'ma bust out these threes, and sometimes I might miss, but I'ma go for the rebound, and I'ma shoot the motherfucking layups. And even if I don't miss if I miss those layups, I'ma get the rebound. I'ma keep getting the rebound. Keep getting them rebounds, girl. That's shout out to me. My middle school days when I used to play basketball, girls stayed going for them rebounds. I was on the block. If y'all know basketball terms, you know what I mean. It was definitely not ace material. But that's okay. Okay? You be exactly who you need to be for you. Where we at with them likes though? Oh, we done got it up to 2K. That's good. That's good enough. That's good enough, boo. Thank y'all. We got it up to 2K. So let's get this live started then. Let's get this live started. Let's get this reading started. Because this live been started. Definitely been started. But now we're gonna get into this reading. It's Wednesday. Okay. And quick PSA. Okay, quick public service announcement. Look at her. Look at her. I could just shake your brain like sleep. I'm sorry, that was weird. I have no idea where these moments come from. but I love them all the same. Love my crazy side. Anyway, public service announcement. I don't know how many of you in the US, right, North America, is going to be watching the soccer World Cup tournament today. I heard that it's happening tonight or whatever. Trigger warning. What I'm finna say is definitely alleged and might ruffle the feathers of sports out there. Sorry in advance. Sorry, not sorry. But shit, what I know? I don't know nothing. I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, allegedly, trigger warning. Those of you who are, I feel like there's a split between those who watch because they love the sport, right? Soccer, football, original football, Y'all out there because you're watching, and you're watching because you love the sport. And then it's those who heard, the prophecy, the alien invasion that was prophesied to happen, allegedly, right? I'm just here to say, since I'm not watching it, if no matter what the reason is why you are watching it, please report back to me if y'all do happen to see any weird and or suspicious activities going on there. So thank you. Yes, please report back because I want to know what's tea. I'm in it for the gossip. Okay. That being said, this is the trigger warning. I know that a lot of us in North America have come to accept the reality, allegedly, right? Allegedly, the reality of sports and sports entertainment. Okay? The phrases in which running the play and practicing the script are all words that hint to that. Did you hear what I said? You didn't hear what I said? Okay, hold on. Let me, because I'm still fixing my tea right now. So. Hold on. They are all phrases that are hinting to predictive programming. I'm just saying, because my thing is, why you gotta run a play? What's a play? A play is like a movie, right? We go watch plays, and what they do at plays, they practice their scripts in order to remember it, allegedly, And then there's the whole alleged, right? The supposed fixingness of the games and how allegedly they might be rigged. That's a lie. I think that's a lie. I think games ain't rigged at all, because why would you have to rig something if you run in scripts? Like, clearly it's a script and the plays are being ran because they need to practice the play. They need to practice what to do throughout the play, throughout the show, throughout the entertainment. Okay, so let them practice. Let them predictive program you. And what is you mad about? Allegedly. Anyway, so yeah, a lot of us have come to terms with sports entertainment being that, and the hitting messages and certain mascots, certain wins, and we are learning to read the codes and read in between the lines. Okay? That being said, trigger warning. I'm just going to say personally, this is my personal opinion. I'm a toad. I'm a lion. I'm a unicorn. I'm a dragon. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm a liar too. Okay, that being said, my personal lie and opinion, which is alleged, is that it's all sports. It's all sports everywhere happening all at once. Y'all know that movie? Everything Everywhere All at Once? I think that's how it goes. Get that. So that being said, if some interesting things happen with this game, first of all, y'all don't find it weird that in this day and age, not only is America hosting this event, supposedly we playing in it. The world, I'm not talking a scrimmage. It's like the football. It's a tournament, right? You've done so good throughout your past games that you made it to the tournament. Right? So like, allegedly, I don't know. I don't keep up with soccer. But allegedly, according to other soccer fans, this is new and untreaded territory. And a lot of people are either suspicious or shocked. Okay? But I would most so be one of those people who fell in the category of suspicious. It's real suspicious, especially with individuals claiming that it could be, a whole thing with an alien invasion, allegedly. And then, this same year, previously, and apparently it is still going. It's still ongoing, right? These alien disclosure files. The alien disclosure movie happened, and then this whole script play with sports happening that is out of the norm, out of the usual for said sport. That being said, yes, please, if you're watching it, keep an eye out for me, because I have a feeling ain't shit finna happen. That's just me. Sorry if I disappointed those who are like, yeah, that psychic, she the one, she said it's gonna be an alien invasion, act the motherfucking thing. I don't think shit gonna happen. That's just me. What I've noticed about the people that we're dealing with, they are master magicians, and how most magicians work, they make you see one hand while they do some shit with the other. I probably would just assume that the event she was talking about already happened, and it was probably within the commercialized publication of this sport event, because I saw the commercial for it, I saw the advertisement for it, and they had some motherfucking shit light up in the sky, wind was going all every which way, and people was acting crazy, losing their mind, but they were saying it was because of the sports. So we gonna see. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think no shit finna go down. But after the whole thing is over, I do think some shit is gonna pop off. After everything has settled down, because they gotta catch y'all off guard. That's the master magician play. Look at what I'm doing with this hand while you don't see what I'm doing with this hand down here, right? This hand is meant to distract you, while the other one is actually pickpocketing and stealing all of your belongings. I'm just saying. But anywho, let's get into this Wednesday reading. I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be funny. Yeah. No matter what's going on outside, be the student of abundance. And what is abundance? Anything that has to do with your well-being. It could be financial, it could be love. Just abundance is something that you have or would like a lot of, and we want all of the good shit, okay? Yet, in order for you to do that, you have to be a student of what abundant is, what it means to be abundant, what it means to be able to fix your cup so that it overfloweth. Okay? Okay, so the fishies of nutrients can peek out at you and smile and go, hey, you is fed. You gonna look at it like, yes, girl, that was easy. It might be a little something, but that's what it is to be a student. You start small. And the more consistent you are, the larger the bounty becomes. Okay? Ooh, that one just popped out. I love it when they just pop out like that. Girl. And like I said, because when you go from being the student, right, you can then become the master, right? Like I said, it's levels to it, and with consistency. From student to master, and then you on display. You on display for everybody to see. And your rawness and your authenticity. That rhyme. I like that. But to become a master from after being consistent enough from your beginner phase, because even though that's cup, we're transitioning to the pentacle, the coin, because we want the abundance, the good shit. Okay? When you transition after you're consistent enough, you become a master, right? You get to be on full display in your authenticity, showing everything that made you great from your beginner journey as a student, the progression into becoming the master, and then showing off everything you accomplish, because now you are a master. Now you get to teach those who were once in your position as students, and then the cycle will continue, right? This Holy Trinity, I hope TikTok, don't be weird, okay? It's a card. Nudity is on the card, but don't be weird. Hey, love. Don't be weird, TikTok. Okay, we doing tarot readings. Sometimes the cards look a little explicit. But yeah. And really, that's all that it comes with. Because another thing about authenticity, right? It's like we talked about earlier in this live. How you show up every day will not look the same. You smiling today, you might not be tomorrow, and that's okay. That doesn't mean that anything is wrong with you. That doesn't mean anything is wrong with your life. That doesn't mean that your life is less abundant. It just means something within your life is overwhelming your nervous system, And that emotion of frustration, anger, or discomfort is letting you know, hey, we don't like this. So let's use this anger to focus in what is happening here that we don't like, so that we can, we could tweak that. We can tweak that. Because every day we're working, right? We're taking one step closer to becoming not just our ideal higher self, but our ideal life. And what we do every day in that life, right? Sometimes you'll have a routine and it'll work. It'll work for a week. It'll work for a week or two. And then you go, well, today I did that routine and something happened that was unplanned, and I had to learn to be flexible. So now I'm going to factor in flexibility into my routine, right? Because ain't no telling when that'll happen again. Ain't no telling when something around that will happen again. But the moment you go, I'm angry because this was not planned, and I don't know what to do because I'm upset, and now I just don't want to do nothing because shit didn't go my way. It's going to happen. You going to stop? You going to slow down the momentum? You going to put important shit on the back burner and be like, I'll just get to it tomorrow because I'm not in the mood right now? You could. But then you'll be beating yourself up again for making that choice. We all have free will. We can make the choice to stay consistent no matter what's going on around us, right? Or we can make the choice to push through. Not off no Darwinism, not off no pressure makes diamonds. It's the fact that you are the diamond, and no matter whether you're in a state of pressure or bliss, you're going to shine regardless because you say so. And that is what it means to be a god and or goddess of your reality. Let's move beyond just using cute phrases to define ourselves, to make, it feels good to stroke our egos every now and again. I would definitely agree. I would definitely concur. But how about we associate ourselves with titles? Not just on some stroking your ego type shit. Talk about it and be about it, right? And all that it means to show up like that. Girl, 144 on the motherfucking clock. 144 on the motherfucking clock. As I said that, because like I said, girl, anywho, let's get through it. Let's get through the next one, because we gonna be here a minute. Ooh, that one flipped around and then just went right back in the deck. What's going on here? We're embarking on the journey of beginnerhood. Not only did we get the Page of Cups, we got the Page of Pentacles. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of us are in our beginner stage of abundance of good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, abundance come in many shapes and forms. You can have abundance of attitude. You can have abundance of bullshit. But we want the abundance of that good shit. Because plating, there are certain tools required in order for you to play it and have a good time. Whether you're on Sims, whether you're on whatever video game, AI, avatar creation platform, you're going to need to generate coins. That's the beautiful thing. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. Because like when I was growing up, though I did not play Sims, there were so many creator avatar platforms and websites and games that I did go on. Like Millsbury was one of them. I think one with Bratz or like some type of doll. Was it My Little Pony? Some Penny Pony, something like that. Anyway, but there was always one, and in each one, right, you had to perform tests, get your coins, and then you can use those coins to do other cool little shit. You can dress up your avatar, you could buy a pet, okay, you can go travel to other people's little places and things, see what they got going on, become well cultured within that game. What's the difference here? What's the difference here? There is no difference. You were taught that there was a difference, but that is not the case. It's not the case. And I promise, because I've done this myself, the moment you start to see your life as the ideal avatar that you want to be, not only will it be easier for you to make those action steps, and by action steps, I mean, like all of us, spiritual advisors, life coach will tell you, the person you want to be, you have to be able to see her in the mirror, no matter what's going on around you. Which means every single day, because you know you are her, you know you are him, you make the action steps that him or she, her, will do every single day. Every single day, because I'm a CEO, you know, I check in with my health, I check in with my mental health, I make sure that I'm eating something that is good for my digestive system so my energy is cool and consistent throughout the day. I don't have no crashes. I also, you know, get some exercise in, because why the fuck not? As a goddess, you gotta be doing that. That being said, when you're moving and grooving, you also show up to meetings on time. You also, they cutting the grass up there. You also, so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? Like the action steps. You take time to yourself and you drink tea and you just have a nice little snack that you made yourself, because everything is with intent. Everything is with intention. You know what's in there. You know, you don't. It's certain things you don't do, and there's certain things you do. You just gotta stay consistent with those do's and don'ts, because those are the do's and don'ts of your ideal self. And for example, my ideal self is CEO me. So I'm going to do what CEO me does. I am not going to take BS from anybody. I am going to speak up for myself when I feel like I'm being played with, because what CEO do you know that allows people, places, and things to treat them as a pushover? Absolutely none. There is none. There is not a single one. We demonize CEOs. Oh, they out here about the money. They don't care about their motherfucking employees, bitch. They out for self. There are some respectable ones. I'll give them that. But all in all, whether you respectable or not, somebody's going to see you as a villain, because you prioritize you in your pockets as a CEO. And somewhere down the line, because you feel like being generous, you'll donate some shit. Just the balance, you know? But yeah, you're going to be a villain to somebody in somebody's story when you pursue what is best for you and all that it entails. You got to be okay with that as your CEO self. Everything, the do's and the don'ts, whether it's mindset-wise, action-wise, it's all going to start with perception and how you choose to show up in your day-to-day. So I think that's 3. We're done with that deck. We're going to bust out the other one, okay? We're going to bust out the other one. And for those of you struggling with worthiness, perception, you have not done the mental work required to not only undergo your mindset shift, but also to hold on to it. And like I said, there are action steps required. There are behavior steps required for you to consciously choose to do daily to embody your ideal self, or to embody the self that you want to be, to shift your reality into that timeline. Other things you have to do daily, especially as the beginner, as you start on this journey, as you are the page starting on the journey of abundance and wealth. Worthiness. How you choose to see yourself. You have to actively decide not to bully yourself emotionally, and mentally. Okay? You gotta do that. Because in the mind of a CEO, he the shit all day, every day, no matter what the fuck is going on, no matter what other people are saying. No matter if he got all his work done today, he is the shit. Therefore, he shall always be the shit. And no one can tell him different. No one can tell her different. Worthiness. Are you worthy enough to be your ideal self? Is there something you feel like you need in order to start today? If you feel like that, then you don't feel like you're worthy to even start. If you don't even feel like you're worthy to even start the journey, you just gotta start. You just gotta do it. Be consistent. You just gotta do it and be consistent. Make sure you pat your back along the way when you accomplish even the smallest of wins. Again, for the longest time, when I first started on this platform like a year ago, I was one of those who was like, you know, I'm high vibrational, I'm in a spiritual community. Okay, all that I want will come to me, flow to me. And I was literally doing shit nothing. I was just showing up, doing the post, and was like, all right, where the fuck is these followers at? Where are these followers at? Where are these views that y'all talking about? How many creator insight posts do I need to make before I actually go viral? 6 months of that. 6 months of that. 6 months of me doing my own personal readings, continuously getting a certain card that says, open your eyes, and it's in your face. And I'm like, bitch, what am I missing? What am I missing? I'll tell you what I was missing. The what does viral Michaela do? Mika does. What does viral Mika Balance do every day to keep the influx, right? To continuously gain the flow of views, of likes, of growing my community. And it was actually going out going out to see where my community is. When I started actively following and looking for my community members, my people, like those who vibe with me, they gonna come find me. But also, if I'm not doing anything to put myself out there, how they gonna find me? How they gonna find me? It was when I consciously made the decision not to just randomly be on my For You page. I'm actively searching for those who are searching for me, right? Those follow for follow girlies, those girlies supporting girlies, okay? Those witches supporting witches. You know what I'm saying? I stepped out looking for them. Quality engagement. Yes, I was doing all of those things before, but it was something I was missing, and it was literally right in my fucking face. The moment I opened my eyes to what it was, The moment I stop beating myself up about not reaching this, that, and the third, literally, in the course of a week, 400 followers. Within the course of another week, 2 weeks actually, 400 followers. Because the first week was 2 plus. Second week, 2. And then bitch, this second week ain't even over yet. I know for a fact, because I'm consistent with what I'm doing now. There is absolutely no way that by the time the end of this month is over, I will not have 1,000. There is no way. There is absolutely no way that I will not reach 1,000 community members by the end of this month. Probably before the end of this month. Because consistent. Showing every day. Consistent showing up every day. Like I got time to like so. That's how you gotta move. That's how you, yes. Magic, the ability to be claircognizant, it takes effort. It takes effort in paying attention to the signs when they come. The action steps you need to take really are. You just gotta stop questioning it. You just stop feeling like you ain't worthy. Stop feeling like, oh, but I need a mic because my background is loud as shit because I'm a single mom. And my children be wilding sometimes, right? And because I do everything myself, sometimes I need a nap, and I need to take a nap when they take a nap. Really. Girl, it's a reason why they say in songs, I can sleep when I die. Don't push yourself that hard. Okay, we're not going to do that. But if you feel like you can't go on, then yeah, take that nap. However, make sure you have things in place later, whether physically or mentally, right? Because even if you tired and you decide to take that nap with your little ones, because you know normally when they nap, you need to get your rest too. Okay. When the collectively, right? When all of you collectively finally do get up, if you ain't got something for them to do to stay busy, to stay out your way while you work, mentally prepare yourself that I don't give a fuck what's going on. Everybody's happy, everybody's active, everyone's in love with me, and I need time to myself right now, and I'm going to show up for myself right now. Right now, I don't care who is mommy. I don't care who's hitting the psycho Stewie rant. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to do it as long as I need to do it for, and then after that, you're done. It's over. It's over. You did it. You did it. And the question about whether you're worthy to do it don't matter. You did it. And the question about whether you're worthy to do it don't matter. Because guess what? You didn't have a mic. You didn't have an expensive camera. But you showed up. And your strength in showing up, no matter what you have going on around you, I promise you it's going to vibrate with somebody. Somebody's going to see that and go like, dang, she got a lot going on, but she's still on this live. She must be really trying to be about this life, no matter what's going on. And motherfuckers going to fuck with that. Yeah, there will be some people who will judge that. She need to get the fuck off that live and tend to them kids. Bitch, I tend to these kids 24/7 by my goddamn motherfucking self. No auntie, no grandma, no babysitting time, none of that. None of that. But does that mean that I can't be a motherfucking CEO? Does that mean that I'm going to disqualify myself for celestial life? Absolutely not. I don't give a fuck. Who want to talk? So let them talk. It's easy for people like teachers, psychiatrists, motherfuckers that don't have kids, or motherfuckers that aren't living your experience to comment on it. Don't worry about it. everybody gonna have something to say. And if you're out, if you're stepping out into the world to get what the fuck is yours, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping, is you? Girl, I love that motherfucking phrase. I got a girl on here. I got a girl on here. She funny as shit. She do like TikTok trends, recipes, all that shit. Funny, hilarious, gorgeous as fuck. She definitely vibrate true goddess energy, and real recognize real. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. So just because you don't physically have what you feel like you need in order to get to where you want to be, don't let that stop you. Don't let that make you feel like you're not worthy of starting right now. Don't let that make you feel like you don't qualify for celestial alignment because you do. The fact that you had the thought in the first goddamn place means that you are aligned. Means that if you think it, you got it. You want it, go get it. That's it. Liberation. Liberate yourself from toxic mindsets and behaviors that keep you trapped in a box, hoping and praying and wishing, and consistently waiting until you feel like you got enough to then start. Start. Just go. If you want to be a singer, but you ain't vocally there yet, just start anyway. Let people see your journey. Let people see what, oh girl, right? When you wasn't hitting them notes just right, and then go ahead and do your little vocal trainings. You might not have money for a vocal coach, bitch, but it's free information on all of these platforms. YouTube Academy, TikTok Academy. As long as you're consistent with it, show up for you every single day, you're going to change. You're going to see growth. And then eventually, girl, you gonna become another with the best of them. And ain't nobody gonna stop you. And those who rock with you from day one gonna be like, man, remember when she was hitting those motherfucking high notes and she was sounding like a damn strangled, drowning motherfucking cat? My girl came out a long way, girl. We love that for you. Yes. Because again, there's going to be a lot of people who ain't shooting with you in the gym that's going to have a lot of shit to say about you being in the gym by your motherfucking self. This bitch, why is she in the gym hot and sweaty as fuck, shooting this basketball around, and nobody is here? Ain't no game, ain't no practice. She look weird as fuck. And I'm not here for you, I'm here for me. I promise you, from when I was in high school, those people who had that mindset from young went on to be fucking amazing. I don't know what the fuck they doing now, but I fucking 5 years after from being young as shit, watching them just be shooting in the gym, looking like the crazy motherfucker. From young, oh, they was top of the top. They was creme de la creme. So that doesn't mean, oh, you should have started back when you were young. That means you need to start regardless of your age. Irregardless, right? Because you are worthy. You are worthy to start no matter when it is. You feel like you need to drop a couple pounds, but you can't stop eating cookies and cakes because sometimes your nervous system be a little overstimulated and you just need to sit down and take a break. Yes, I feel you. But guess what? You need to start somewhere. Okay? You need to start with a comfortable exercise routine. It doesn't have to be anything vigorous. It's a lot of our big plus size girlies out there, us voluptuous girlies out there, that choose to do Tai Chi, yoga, okay? Master their flexibility and stamina first. And then get into a nice brisk walk every now and again. But they're consistent. And guess what? They understand that a lot of the times when your emotional system is overstimulated and you need to regulate that shit, it means that you are needing to stop suppressing whatever so-called negative emotion that is arising at that moment. That means I'm and I'm saying do something. To do something could be creative with it. Okay? You can choose to work out. You can choose to do something creative in that moment. Creativity, right? Channel these negative emotions. Just like you channel your positive emotions, all emotions, they don't have an energetic label of whether they're good or bad. It's energy. Energy is energy. It's not anything so-called malevolent energy or benevolent energy. Energy is just energy. It can be utilized for productive purposes, or it can be utilized for destructive purposes. You just need to choose, with the fucking free will that you have, whether or not it's going to be something constructive, creative, right? I use my rage quite often nowadays to make witty yet true yet authentic posts, and them be the main ones that motherfuckers vibe with the most. I also channel my rage to get lots of work done, right? A lot of us who have, ADHD going on, ain't shit like a motivator for somebody who's ADHD, like the motivation that comes with rage, right? You be centered, you be fucking ready to go, ready to fuck some shit up, and you like, nope, I'm going to type out this third episode to my audio live, and I'm gonna post this motherfucker right when I finish proofreading the bitch. Okay? Ain't nothing like a motivator for those of you who be stressing about needing motivation. I sometimes I just don't be feeling motivated. If you can't use your rage to motivate you to make some shit shake, honestly, you just doing this thing called life absolutely wrong. You need to be happy to get some shit done. Fuck no. You just need to feel something, and gotta be something strong. Something strong, like a shot. I don't partake in those things because I make wine. Shout out to Thursday, because that's when I'm going to post for my honey self-love wine recipe or whatever. I actually had a magnet wine recipe that was a bust. I'm going to redo that as well. But I don't really want it to be spicy. I think it's probably gonna end up spicy, and I'm not ready for that. So I'm gonna see if I should get some, like, I use cloves in there, and I probably put too much cloves in there, because cloves, any certain herbs, especially money herbs or money abundant herbs, a lot of them are like antiseptic or antibacterial, antifungal, and yeast is technically like a type of fungus type bacteria type thing. It's one of them that converts sugar into alcohol, and if you got something in there that's killing them off, you ain't gonna have a lot of alcohol, so that balloon is not inflate. And yeah, that was why mine was a bust. So I just gotta switch up my recipe. Not so much the ingredients, but the ratio in which the ingredients consist of, and that's it. And then we gonna have some motherfucking money maggot wine out here, honey wine. At that, I got all the honey that I need. Okay, yeah, we gonna do that. We gonna do that because I love wine. I love wine. I especially wine that I make. I'm a strong advocate of DIY. Okay, do it yourself, make it yourself. DIY, MIY. You and MIY. You and DIY. Because why not? Do it yourself, make it yourself. I'm sorry, boo. That was loud. That was super loud. Y'all, when my mic comes in, I'm going to whisper loudly and probably at times aggressive in your ear. I'm gonna be like this, and it's going to sound like I'm literally in your ear, like the most annoying bee that's like bzz, bzz. Somebody fucked around and let me get a mic, and I don't know how to behave. And I don't know how to behave. But that's okay, because whatever you're doing, have fun with that shit. Have fun with that shit. Have fun with everything. Have fun with the good shit and have fun with the so-called bad shit. When I get angry, I laugh. A lot of times when I'm mad, when I'm pissed off, when I'm irritated, I'll express that and then I'll laugh. Because why not? It's not to downplay that emotion. It's just, you know, I love all of me. I like it because I don't know what the fuck the universe thought it was going to do. Trying to get me to backtrack. Trying to get me to decrease in level. Be it spiritual ranking or ranking in life, period. I just thought you was funny for so-called trying to test me and seeing that a bitch can't be tested because a bitch is going to pass every single time. A witch is going to pass any said test every single time because period. But we're gonna do one more card from this deck, and then we're gonna get into my personal deck where I got my little spiritual phrases and whatnot. Giving and receiving. I'm feeling this is about reciprocity, and I'm feeling it's about understanding reciprocity for yourself. As much as you give out, you need to be giving that back to yourself. You need to be able to receive what it is you're giving out to others, to the universe, especially if that's love, right? If you're giving love, yet you're looking to receive it from any outside source, I'm not going to say that that's backwards. However, what I am going to say is, if you can't give it to yourself, you rarely receive it from outside of yourself, right? Because the way that we treat ourselves and the way that the universe treats us is a reflection of how we treat ourselves. Hold on, let me get my little mic. The way that we treat ourselves is a reflection on how the universe will also treat you. How the universe sees and treats you is a reflection on how you treat yourself. Somebody take this mic from this girl. Somebody take this mic from this girl. She don't know how to act. No. Get it together, okay? We all want a nice person that just gives, right? That's out here trying to save humanity, attempting to do all the action steps to change the reality outside of us, right? We're giving. But there's no reciprocity to ourselves. We're not giving that same energy to ourselves. We're not receiving that same energy from ourselves. We're just pushing it out. And we're like a motherfucking faucet that just keeps going and keeps going. And it's just flowing. And it's like eventually the water source is going to tap out. It's going to tap out, dude. You're going to be like, I'm tapping out. I'm tapping out, dude. It's just gonna be a bad time. And you're gonna have a bad time. You're gonna have a bad time. And you're gonna be like, shit, why the fuck is nobody pouring back into me? People is fucked up out here. I don't even want to try to save humanity no more. If you truly want to save humanity, right? Allow yourself to be the first part of humanity that you say, right? Because how you treat yourself, the universe outside of you will reflect that. So if you're loving and caring and awesome to yourself, you will see that outside. You will see the universe outside of yourself start to do the same. Does that mean that the energy of haters will stop coming in its entirety? Absolutely not. Of course, there will be exceptions to all rules. Every now and again, it's gonna be some motherfucking funky ass motherfucker having to say, trying to play on your top, but because we are in alignment, right? We are in alignment. And we become that Christ that's able to see truth. Your divine knowing is able to assess the situation and go, oh, this is not a reflection of me. I don't treat myself like this. So I need to shut this down. Let this motherfucker know, oh, we don't do that here. So I'm going to ignore you and pretend like you don't exist because that don't exist in my reality. And just keep it moving. Keep it moving, keep it grooving, keep it vibing and sliding, right? Next deck. Final one. And I'm going to get out of here because my tea is ready. Already off the rip. And it's so cute how when we're doing this reading with each deck consecutively, everything is falling in same, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a theme here, right? And each deck is consecutively playing within that theme. Self-love, okay? Be loyal to self first. Be loyal to yourself. You know what that means? You out here trying to what? Not even trying. You're out here wanting to be in a certain timeline of abundance and wealth. Yet, you consistently make a spiritual decision to put yourself last. to make exceptions for those who continue to put you last and is not loyal to you. If you're loyal to someone who is not loyal to you, you are in return not loyal to yourself. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome. If you're pouring consistently outside of you and not back into yourself, you are not loyal to yourself. People are going to make you feel like a terrible person, like a villain, like a villainess, when you choose to be loyal to yourself first. Oh, girl, I'm sorry. I'm a little busy right now, right? So when I get time, because I love you, I'm going to make time for you, okay? But right now, okay, I need to make time for me, okay? And things that I need to accomplish before the week is over, okay? And so, okay, I'm going to do that. And, okay, when I get done with that, okay, then I'm going to get back to you, okay? Okay. That's showing loyalty to yourself. Some people ain't gonna like that. Some people ain't gonna like that. And that's okay. Because what is for you will constantly be with you. It was meant for you will not stray from you. Like that. What is meant for you will not stray from you. It will stay with you. Okay. Okay. Girl, I could be a rapper or whatever. I definitely love to do poetry. And in doing so, I definitely be making songs. Real romantic love, okay? Real romantic love starts with loyalty to yourself first. Okay? Okay. Girl, and I love it how just the leaves are falling from the sky in such a elegant and girl, and doing so your spiritual ranking increase. Okay, can I get a yes for the self-love out there? Those men and women out there who are loyal to themselves, who are showing themselves love first, who are choosing to actively show up for themselves every single day, being consistent with it, have been consistent with it for so long, I mean years, and have so many things to show for it because of that. See where they are in life. I bet you they don't have as much woes and or worries and or concerns as those who like to play, those who like to put on the mask of humanity's savior. Oh, I give because I want to be the change that I want to see in other people. Y'all are getting that shit misconstrued, getting chopped and screwed, okay? To be the change that you want to see in the world outside of you means you have to start with yourself. You must fill your cup first. That means if you want to see the world be more abundant, rich, and prosperous, you must first do that to yourself. When you want to see more love and light outside of you, you have to give it to yourself first, because the universe is what? It is a reflection of you. So if you go, I'm gonna put myself last, I got $20. This person at the homeless station, they need $20. I'm gonna give them my last because, it's just my last for right now. I'm gonna have more tomorrow. You do that. And then you end up running out of gas for whatever reason. You on your way home from said gas station after giving your last $20 in that moment, because it's never your last, right? Just in that moment, and you go, dang, I ran out of motherfucking gas. shit. Well, you know, I did my good deed for the day. Did you? Did you now? Did you now? Could you do some? Could you have done something different to show up or to feel like you did a good deed for that day, right? Because you ain't have to give him your last. If the man say he needs some food, you could have put 15 on your gas if you bothered to pay attention that it was low in the first place, right? Because paying attention to your needs first. Okay, what you need. That means pouring into you first before you pour out into other people. You so focused on what everybody else need. If everybody else okay, you can't even pay attention to the fact that you low on gas. To the point where you pull off from the gas station after some homeless person, $20, and now your ass is stranded in West Bubblefuck. Who knows the fuck where? Who knows the fuck where? You ain't got AAA. You don't know when the next person gonna come around that corner to give you a jump or a tow or what the fuck ever. But you did a good deed today. Stop it. Be loyal to yourself first. There's nothing wrong with that, right? Because if it's really that serious, pay attention to what balance, right? Balance. You ain't gotta give your last. Make sure you focus on your needs first. Whatever's left over, buy a snack or two, give it to him or her. Go about your day. Because I promise you, you ain't the first and you won't be the last to share. To feel like, oh, this person down on their luck, let me help them out a little bit. You don't have to take the weight of humanity's future all on your own shoulders at any and every given moment. You don't. Because eventually, the more you do, the more you allow that faucet to run, bitch, your water bill gonna be high as the fuck. Okay? And if you don't have a water bill because you're self-sustaining and you got a homestead, well, bitch, even more so, why is you out here just letting your faucet run? You got a water source. It gets replenished by nature. Whether it rains, whether you're close to a river and a creek, you ain't gonna be all moving all willy-nilly with your natural resources. Okay, you're gonna use them wisely, if not sparingly. You're not just gonna leave your motherfucking water running. Get it together. You need to get it together. Need to get it together. Get it together. You need to get it together. Okay. I'm gonna say, is that it? Is that all we need to do? But when you master these things, okay, everything that we've talked about, because this is gonna be the closing note. Everything that we've talked about, when you allow yourself to fill your cup first, and it builds the momentum, right? The momentum to start to overflow. When your cup gets to the point of overflowing, that extra shit that falls out, that's something you could share. That's something you could share. Like I say, you got $20. You still got a week before your next paycheck. Don't give up your whole $20 trying to save humanity. And don't feel bad that you ain't finna do that. You can keep 15 and give 5 if you feel inclined to do so, but don't force it. Right? I love y'all. Thanks to those who came and showed up. I'm gonna go drink some tea. I got other things to do today. And I'm going to be keeping a lookout for the tea tomorrow. About what's going on. What's the haps? What's the haps with the crops? Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up, shake them. No, seriously, I'm gonna see what's going on with the, what's the haps with this World Cup event going on. Y'all, the World Cup. Is the World Cup finna overflow? We gonna find out. We gonna find out. But instead of in the meantime and in between time, you got stuff to do, so focus on your stuff. Focus on the things you need to do today, okay? Because we love you. And we look for ourselves first, okay? We feed ourselves and we pour into our cups, okay? And we pour into our cups consistently, okay? Every day, okay? All the yay. All the way, yay. Right? You gotta put the cup all the way, not halfway. But even if you can only do halfway, that's fine. You are worthy regardless. Irregardless, you're worthy. Okay? And that was Wednesday's reading. I hope it helped someone. I love you lots. And see you tomorrow. Okay? Okay. Now, but real though,